Hey, it's Tom from WPWithTom.com, and in this sponsored video, I'll be covering the best WordPress Gallery plugin on the market, the Modula WordPress Gallery plugin. So let's dive in. When it comes to plugins for galleries, there's a lot of them out there, but really this one has an advantage over all of them, and it has so much functionality built into the actual plugin itself. So Modula has a free version and a paid version of their plugin, and you can learn more about that at wp-modula.com. I'll have a link below in the description if you want to check that out. Before we dive in how to use it, I just wanted to show you a little bit about it. So you can see right here it has CDN image optimization. That's just going to prevent you from having slow loading galleries. In fact, they're going to be able to load pretty quickly. You're going to be able to use photos or videos within your galleries, which almost every gallery does not include. And you have a drag and drop builder, and we're going to get more into that as we go through this example that I'm going to go into here, where you can really have a lot of functionality over that. And then we also have mobile friendly galleries, and I'm going to go over how to change the settings for mobile galleries as well. So if we went over and looked at the pricing for Modula, you can see that the light version right here has unlimited galleries and unlimited images, but the paid plans are where it's at if you ask me. There's so much functionality and customizability built in, and you can see all these different options on the left side. So I'm going to go through quite a few of these things over here, or at least show you the basics of how to set up one that you can really customize and make your own in this video. And I'll be using one of the paid versions in this video, just so you know, and I'm going to show you how to get started and set up a nice looking gallery and go through some of the settings as well. So let's dive in. The first thing here, I'm going to just X out of these two pages, and I'll go to the plugin section of my website. So right here, I just have a basic Astra starter site loaded up here, and I'm just going to go through the process of adding to this gallery page that I set up, this blank page here. So first thing I'm going to need to do here is go and put in Modula and search for that in the plugins area, and we're just going to add this one right here. You can see it has almost 5-star perfect rating with over 80,000 active installs at this time, and it was just updated. So I'm going to install this now, and then I will activate it. And then I'm going to go and grab the paid version of the plugin that I actually got in an email from Modula. So once you get that, you're going to be able to download it, and your email will also include your license key to activate it. So I'm going to go right here, just click no thanks. It says they've actually changed to make the decision to go forward from Fancy Box to now using the Modula Lightbox. I actually like the look of this overall, but if you want to change that, you can read more about that and go back to that. I'm going to actually X out of that. And here I'm going to go and add a new plugin and upload that plugin that we got from Modula in the email for the pro version. So I'll just click upload plugin, and then I will go and I'll browse and I'll find that plugin, and it's going to be in my downloads folder, and I'll just drag it and drop it in and install now. So it says install the plugin. We'll just click activate. It was successfully installed, and now you can see over here on the left sidebar we have this area that says Modula. So if we just click on that, you can see it says galleries, and we'll list our galleries here, and then there's different extensions right here, and these are basically like add-ons to give you more power, and you may have seen these in the list on the actual pricing area. So it gives you a lot of different functionality within here. You have the option to do things like add video right here. You can use speed up to make it use lazy load and really make your images resize and be optimal to make your website faster, because a lot of websites that have a lot of images tend to slow down. You can add watermarks, you can password protect galleries. There's so many options in here included in this powerful plugin. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go right over to Modula, and then I'm going to go to add new, and I'm going to get started with making a gallery. So here we can name our gallery. I'm just going to name this one gallery for this example. And then it says drag and drop files here, or upload images, or select from the library. So I've actually already uploaded a bunch of images on this site within the media section here. So I'm just going to select from library, and I'll just click these and I'll go and add them to the site. And I got each of these images from Unsplash, so they're free to use images that you could get if you wanted to try out the gallery for yourself and you don't have enough images to do quite what you want yet. So I'm going to go right here and then just select these and add to gallery. to get started. I selected a decent amount of them here. And now once you're in this gallery section, you might want to save the gallery as you're getting started here. I'm just going to go and click Save Gallery, and then we can go through the process of starting to edit it. So right here are all the images within our gallery. If you wanted to click on it, you could go and click right here, and you can see you can add title, alt text, just like you could in a normal image. So it's really nice to have this feature built right into the actual plugin itself. You can also click right here to replace the image, and then you can delete the image right here from the gallery area. Over here on the right, we also have shortcode, and that's something that can be helpful if you're going to need to use the shortcode. I'm just going to show you how to build it out here. So if we scroll down, it says General right here, and we have some general settings. Now, if we wanted to see what the gallery looks like just to begin with, like this, we can go over to Pages. Let's open this in a new tab, and we'll go down to where it says Gallery. I'm just going to click Edit. And then within this page, we're going to go and add a block. So you actually can add a block called Module. And if you needed to add that, you can go right here, click Add Block. And then it should be right here, Modula Gallery. So it's right here for us already. We can go and select Gallery right there, and then it will add it to the page. So I should be transparent here. I'm using the full width, no sidebar settings here within the free Astra theme. And then I'll just go and click Update so we can see what it looks like. So if we wanted to preview it on the desktop, we go to Preview and New tab, and you can get an idea of what it looks like on our site right here by default. And there we go. It took a second to load there, and that's because I actually don't have the speed up plugin enabled yet. But you can see it has all these names on the images here, so that might look a little bit different. But we can actually go and change that in the settings if you don't want those enabled. And this is just the basics of what our gallery looks like out of the box here with these images in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually X out of this page, and go back to the gallery area. And from here, we can start editing our gallery. So over here, we have different options. So right here, it says Gallery Type, Creative Gallery. I'm going to go and make this a custom grid. And this gives us some awesome functionality that isn't in most builders out there in terms of building a gallery. So right here, you can see that now we have this little area in the bottom right corner of an image. So let's say we like this image right over here, and we want to make it longer. So I can go and I can click it, and I can drag it. I can change the size of the image and make it fit a certain way on the site. So I can make this one stand out like this and be large just like that. And I can do the same with others. I can edit them so they're different sizes. It really gives a cool feel to the gallery overall when you start making edits like that. And you don't have to make them perfect. You can change them. You can make them smaller. You can make them larger. You can do basically whatever you want in terms of resizing these and really making them fit. And then you can drag them and place them in other areas on the site. So let's just say I wanted to do this, and I'll make it like that. And I'll go drag it in there. I'll move this one under there. So you can play around with it and make them all different sizes on your site. So I'm just going to move them around and make them different sizes for now, so they fit pretty well. So let's just say we like how this looks for the gallery. I'm going to go down, and I'm also going to then make it fit a little bit differently. So right now we have the space between each one. So this is basically about 10 pixels in between each one. And if we see right here, it says 10 for the gutter. If we were to go and take that off, all these will be up next against each other. So right up against each other. It's optional if you want to do that. I like how it looks, so I'm going to leave that as is. And then you have the option here to change the thumbnail size if you'd like. I'm going to leave that as is for this case as well. So as we're going through this, you might want to save. I'm just going to go up here and click Update Gallery. And if we wanted to, we can go over to the actual site. And let's get a preview of what the gallery looks like when it's saved here. And it's going to load here in a second. And you can see that now there's no space between the images, and the images have resized to be all different sizes to fit here. So it's pretty cool when you have this effect in place, and you can change it as needed. So I'm going to go through here and make some more edits, but this is just to show you what it would look like when you make some changes like that. So if we were to go down to Lightbox and Links, here we have the option to open images in the Lightbox, or you can choose to direct link to an image or attach page, or no link at all. I like open images in the Lightbox. So what that means is, let's say we were to click on this first one here. you see it opens in this big light box right here, and they can view the image in the larger size like that. It's a pretty nice feature. It's kind of standard within galleries, I would say, so I'm going to leave that as is. Navigation arrows is what we see on the right side and the left side right here. If you want to navigate through here, you can go and click on that and see the various images. And then if we go down a little bit more, you can loop the navigation. There's so many options in here, but one I wanted to turn on here is called Share Button. So if you were to hover over these, you can see that it says a basic description of what it does. So it says show or hide button in Lightbox toolbar. So I'm going to go and click this on and toggle that. And let's go and put on here Pinterest, Twitter, and Facebook as an example. And then I'm going to go back up and I'll just save it right here. You also can do Control S or Command S depending on what device you're on. And I'm going to go here and I'll refresh. So when we click on it, now we're going to see this little icon right here within the Lightbox that we can share from. So if I click on share right there, it says share and it shows the image. You can share it on different platforms. Pretty cool feature to have that built into a gallery. I can't think of many galleries that have that built right into it. So if we were to go down, let's go through some more different options down here. If we go over to where it says captions here, I like to change a few things in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is change where it says hide title. So right here are all these titles of the images that you see on the screen, and it's that white text right there. I'm going to go and I'm just going to go and click hide title and toggle that on. And then I'm going to go up and just click update gallery. So if we went back here and we refreshed it, you can get an idea of what it looks like without these titles on it. And it's going to look a lot more clean, in my opinion, when we have it like this. So let's go and look at some other options within the gallery here. If we were to go down here, we can look at where it says social, which is the next one here. And we can enable social icons. So we can toggle that on, and we can have different icons show beneath the picture when people hover over it. So let's just go with Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest again. And I'll go up here and I'll just update it so you can see what it looks like. I might go into styling it a little bit, so let's just refresh it. And now you can see over here on the right side in the lower right, it has these three icons right there by default. When you hover over it, you can see in the lower right corner. So it's a little bit easier to see on this one. Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest icons, and they can share that right from there. So if we went down to social again, let's go and change the actual icon color. So I'm going to go and change the color and the size. I'll just make it 20 in this case. And I'm going to actually maybe leave it white, but you might want to do something like yellow that's going to stand out a little bit on the background. So I'm actually going to leave it as white. And here I'll just go and move on to the next section that I want to cover, and that's hover effects. So right here in hover effects, we can actually go and change these sections a little bit. So the hover color is the one thing that I really want to change on here, but let's go into this first. So right here it says magnifying glass. So if you hover over it, you have this magnifying glass icon instead of the mouse. So you can choose what you want. I think I'll just leave it as pointer, more of the default, so people know they're going to click on something. But if you wanted to use the magnifying glass, I think it works pretty well here because you're going to make the image larger. So one or the other I think works very well, but you have other options as well, such as like a crosshair, a resize, looks like crosshair right here. So you can see different options. I'll just leave it on the magnifying glass because it is going to make the image larger here. So we have a lot of different options under the hover effects. So you can make it so the social media icons show under it. You can have it do this where it comes up with that description right there. I like this one, the hide one right here, where it kind of pops out and it almost looks like it gets this darker border around the edge, like this little bit of a darker border, and you can see the social media icons very well right there. So I'm going to leave it on hide in this example, and then I'm going to go down to the hover color, and that's basically going to be the color when we go over it. See, it turns this whitish color when you hover over it. You can change that a little bit, so I'm going to make it more of like a grayish color, maybe like this or so. And then I'll go up and I'll just click update gallery one more time here. And if we went back over here and refreshed it, you're going to see when we hover over it, now we have these icons right there. It's a little bit larger, a little bit easier to see on the background because of the gray color rather than the white on white. so it is a little bit easier to see. And if somebody wanted to, they can click on it and share your gallery images. It's an awesome feature built right in. So if we go back again here, we scroll down. Let's take a look at these responsive settings that are built right in here. So it says custom responsiveness. So if we were to go and look at how the actual gallery looks by default, you can see once we shrink it down a bit, it gets really small and really compact, and the images are very small and hard to see. So if you're on a phone or a tablet, this would be difficult to see on a phone, and a tablet would be like this probably, and it's pretty tough to see when you have the gallery like this. It is pretty cool that it's so fluid with this gallery, but maybe we want to make it a little bit more easy to see the images on different devices. So I'm going to go and toggle this custom responsiveness on, and I'm going to leave it as the tablet columns display 2 wide and mobile is 1 wide. So let's go and save this up here, update the gallery, and then we'll go back over to the gallery here, we'll refresh it. It's not going to look different in this large size, but if we were to make it smaller and look what it would look like on a mobile device, you can see that now it goes to 2 wide. So right here, it's just 2 wide with all of these images. It looks awesome, I think, when you do that. And again, you can hover over and see the social media icons. So if you wanted to make it even smaller on a mobile phone device, you can see that now it's 1 wide and it's full width because of the way we set this up. And it looks very nice on a mobile device with this background, this hover effect, and it just fits so well. It's so awesome to have this mobile responsive gallery built right in and have the customizability options on it to make it as wide as you want within the responsive section here. So let's say you wanted to go and add video to this instead of just having images. It says not installed right here right now. So within the Pro plan that I have, I would need to actually install this as a separate extension. So if I go and I click right here, I can go and then I can go and click here to enable that, and then I'll search for where it says video down here at the bottom. I'll just click install and activate, and it will just take a second to go into effect. And now it is installed. So if I were to go back into the gallery right here where it says galleries and click on edit, now if I were to go and click on one of these gallery links where it says edit right here, now we have the option to paste in a video URL, and you can use YouTube, Vimeo, or self-hosted video in this case. So I could use this basically almost as like a thumbnail for a video, and then I could have the video URL here and it goes to a video showing this scenery or maybe a video about it or something like that, and it could be a great effect to be able to put videos right into your gallery. Again, not many galleries out there are probably even able to do this, so this is just amazing that they even offer this as an option. So another extension you might want to add is, if we go over to where it says extensions here on the left side, is the one that is called the speed up extension. So it's this one down here. You might want to go and install and activate that one just to help with making your images even more user friendly. You can also enable things like lazy load. So if we go back over to galleries, let's go through that process. We'll click edit in gallery, and then if we go down here to the bottom, we can go to where it says speed up, and right here we can enable lazy load. You can also change the compression settings, and you can make it work a little bit better. So it works with Short Pixel here. You can see if you've used Short Pixel before, they have lossy, lossless, and glossy as their settings. So you can change the settings here as needed. So what you might want to do is go to where it says thumbnail compression and change the settings. So right here it gives you a brief description, and in this case I'll just put lossless right here, and Lightbox I'll do lossless as well. Just for this example, if you want to have more compression and try to speed up the website even more, you can adjust those settings as needed, but it can affect the picture quality if you overdo it. So I'm just going to leave it like that and click update gallery, so it should load a little bit faster when we load it next time. So I also wanted to mention a couple other extensions here that I think are worth checking out if you want to add these features to your website. So you could use the watermark feature here if you want to make sure you have the integrity of your images and you don't want people to steal them and you want to make sure you're getting credit for them. This right-click protection can also help you with that, because it basically makes it so they can't just right-click and download the image and use it as if it's their own. And then you also can do password protection for your galleries, and that's a great feature to have as well, built right into the gallery. And that could be good for someone who's a photographer, or if you're showing work to a client that you don't want public yet, or maybe something like that for a magazine or some kind of photography. So it would work really well in these cases where you need a password to protect it from it getting out to the public. So there's some great features built right into this gallery, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video and this brief walkthrough of how to create a gallery. If we went back here and we refreshed it one more time, we can just get an idea of what it looks like when you use this gallery to set up these images. And you can easily just click on it and scroll through the Lightbox and see different features right in the gallery right here. And it's awesome to use, easy to use. You can just X out up here. You can share it on social media. You can change the background color to fit your site. It just is an awesome gallery overall. And in my opinion, it's the best WordPress plugin gallery that there is out there by far. So I hope you enjoyed this video on the Modula WordPress Gallery plugin. If you did, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing for more WordPress related tutorials. Thanks for viewing and have a wonderful day.